question. Why are you videoing the bank?
That's the question.
I'm sorry?
That's the question. Do you always come up to people
Well,
on the sidewalk like this and me and Nancy?
because that looks really suspicious. Can you cut that off? So then if I call the cops, you okay with that?
I'm Officer Blackwell, by the way. I got called you scaring the bank people.
Yeah, no, I was... fully come up to the damn place. I already got someone staring at me. Oh, looking. Hey, looking for? It's okay. I don't fight. Yeah. Small bank. This is a fairly new bank. Yeah. Yeah, customer? Oh, yeah. Good customer be there. Yeah, cool. Morning.
Who are you?
Who am I?
Uh-huh.
Who are you?
That's not the question. Why are you videoing the bank?
That's the question.
I'm sorry?
So that is the question. Do you always come up to people just like
Well,
on the sidewalk like this and me and Nancy's running around? I don't mean no harm or ill, but look, I ain't trying to hide myself. I'm just
I understand, but you shouldn't be taking videos of the bank
Why is that?
because that looks really suspicious.
Suspicious. Or,
Can you cut that off?
no, not while I'm working.
Okay, so who do you work for?
Can't tell you that. Then I'll ruin my story.
Okay, so then if I call the cops, you okay with that?
I mean, they ain't gonna do nothing.
But I don't understand why you videoing. You were out here Sunday as well.
Sunday? So it was me?
Yeah.
No, I don't think it was me. Not Sunday. Monday, maybe? I thought we had Monday recorded.
Yes, it was Monday instead of Sunday. Yeah. Yeah. But you were out here, so what are you recording? Why are you recording?
Put that to you.
But why are you focusing on the bank?
Oh, I ain't just here. I was just literally down there recording.
I know, but you stopped and then you came back.
Right. I actually was hoping to get some people. I seen the van pull over right there. I thought the van was actually going to pull up here. But.
We would appreciate it if you wouldn't do that.
I don't mean no ill will. I ain't going to be here that long, maybe a couple hours.
I'm sorry?
I said I ain't going to be here that long, just maybe a couple hours. Kind of snippy, wasn't it? Yeah, I wasn't going to be polite, man. You know, if she would have came out to be polite, I would have been polite too.
Yeah. Key man. It's the showbiz. It's the showbiz. So weird. Can either get all your dreams, or meet all your nightmares. Meet all your nightmares. You wanna roll the dice? Yeah. Riding in my lack on a Saturday night. Money in my pockets, blunts roll tight. Feeling real good, about to get the club cracking. Shots of Patron, Cuddy, what's happening? Never lacking when it comes to a dope rhyme. DJ call my name, yes, now it's showtime. Rock the mic like a vet, cause I am. Step off the stage and I mingle with my fans. Hands in the air, that's a tribute to a player. Lounge with my folks, chill without a care. Yeah, that's the life of your boy. Dressed to the T, dip a new toy. And I'm steadily getting bigger. Keep an eye watching with my finger on the trigger. Figure, I'ma keep what I got. Keep stacking paper, reach for the top. Showbiz, it ain't all what it seems. Sacrifice it all for a glimpse of your dreams. Showbiz, it could be a nice life. Better watch out, better think twice. Showbiz, it all happens so fast. Better watch out for the snakes in the grass. Showbiz, better keep a cool head. You're never really famous till you end up dead. Here we go again, another city, another show. Blunts roll tight, ready to blow. Sitting backstage with a bottle of Patron. All my partners here and we ready to smoke. Rippers all around, but I'm focused on work. Haters here and there, but they don't wanna get murked. Fresh fit, fresh fade, looking like a star. Grill in my mouth, diamonds in the bar. Sold out event, thousands in the crowd. Ladies all hysterical, screaming out loud. Imagine that feeling, dancing on the ceiling. Here we go again, about to make another killing. Me and B on the mic, nothing compares like that bald-headed dyke. Gotta fly out tonight, just another day in the show business life. Showbiz, it ain't all what it seems. Sacrifice it all for a glimpse of your dreams. Showbiz, it could be a nice life. Better watch out, better think twice. Showbiz.
Hey, you got an elf snuck in your dad in your hood, man.
Oh yeah. This isn't my car originally. The guy got it from Hit a Deer, and he likes being comical. So I'm Officer Blackwell, by the way. I got called you scaring the bank people.
Yeah, no, I mean, to be honest with you, I would have been gone already. But she kind of came out a little bit on the rude side, trying to demanding answers. But
I mean, you're not doing anything illegal.
yeah, I appreciate that.
But like I said, you're scaring them. I mean, obviously, there's nothing illegal I can enforce here. I would ask as a person, as a common courtesy, if you'd like to film somewhere else, I can't tell you, obviously, you're not doing anything illegal, but common courtesy, we're not causing other calls for service. There's a bunch of other banks you can video too. But yeah, I'm cool with it, man. I mean, are you doing a documentary? What you doing?
No, I mean, well, if she would have came up to me a little bit nicer, man, I would have told her.
I get it.
I was starting to give her details, and it just seemed like she was demanding it. So when rude comes to me, I end up being rude too. You know what I'm saying? I give what's given,
Yeah.
But I'm just going around recording it. I started down there, just working my way around.
You want me asking, do you have a channel I can look at?
Channel?
Like a YouTube channel or something, or you just do this for fun?
Yeah. Do you have a card?
Yeah, 1 second.
Yeah, give me your card now. I'll email you the link to it.
You know Randy with SC Free Press? I don't remember his last name, but he runs the YouTube channel SC Free Press, and there's a bunch of videos of us on there, but we have a good interaction with him. We've never had a bad interaction.
Yeah, your email's on there and everything?
I'm writing my email.
All right.
And I apologize for my terrible handwriting. I'm freezing.
Hey, man. You're preaching to the choir.
All right, so if you read that garbage handwriting, it's N for my first name, and then Blackwell. And if you need that, you can go back and watch your footage if you can't read that.
That'll work, man.
But how long have you been doing it?
Not too long, man.
Not too long. Yeah. You have any good interactions? Any bad ones?
Most, I mean, up and down.
Yeah.
As far as officers go, it hasn't been too bad. Do you know what I'm doing? You have an idea?
I have an idea, but I'm not going to sit here and guess because, I mean, I see people videoing all the time. Some people genuinely do it for documentation purposes of, like, just videoing cities and stuff and just, like, showing people around the country what the cities and stuff of other places are like. Man, I mean, the First Amendment audits, me being in this career, if I didn't know what that was, I feel like I'd be failing myself. So I can only take a guess, but that's just a guess at the end of the day.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm doing.
But
First Amendment audit. Just out here practicing my rights.
Dude, I get it.
You know,
Have you gone to the extent of open carrying yet?
I have.
Randy used to do that to us, and once he realized we really didn't care.
Yeah. I slowed down on doing it because I didn't want to ruin the interactions with people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't want to scare no one off.
So, and this is just a personal thing with me, is I support the Second Amendment. I support open carrying. The biggest thing I have is why make yourself a target. And the reason I say that is if I'm open carrying, like if we're in a bank, and if you're in a bank, you're just there to deposit, withdraw, whatever you got, your 1911 on your side, and bank robber comes in. Who's he going to go first? You and the guard?
Yeah.
So that's why I always keep what you have hidden.
Yeah.
So if you need to use it, it's a surprise.
Yeah. When I'm doing this, though, I try to keep it open.
Yeah.
But, like, just interact so you know I have it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So what do you carry, if you don't mind me asking?
9mm. I get it from a PSA.
A dagger?
Yeah.
Okay. Those are good shooting guns. I was surprised. I shot one last year at a law enforcement thing that we go to, and I was thoroughly impressed. I'm not a Glock guy, and I was thoroughly impressed with it. I was shooting better with it than my mechanic. Made me feel bad. And it was like half the price of my mechanic.
Right.
But I'm going to just go talk to them. I mean, tell them, you're not doing anything illegal, so they'll just have to be nervous. And a lot of the reasons I think that especially you'll get, and I'm surprised, honestly, did you go to the bank at the far end of the city?
Yeah, the American First or something like that.
So there's a First Citizens across from a Family Dollar.
Oh, yeah,
That's
that's
like
what I'm thinking of.
Now there's one that's further down. I'll go ahead and tell you, if you go down to that one, we'll be talking again because they got robbed a year or two ago. And so, like, still to this day, anything that's weird to them, like if the wind changes directions, they're calling us. So, but honestly, this is the first time I ever got called to this one for anything.
Yeah,
like
I mean,
that.
the only thing I would suggest when you're going in, of course, I don't know.
Yeah.
What I'm doing is cool, but I don't mind the questions. Not at
Yeah.
all. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
just the way she came out, she was like demanding it. You know what I mean? She wanted to answer now.
Yeah.
And I get it. because of the concern of the bank.
Yeah.
But
I've never had. But also, too, when I got the call, I was like, "Oh, Randy's out and about. I hadn't seen him in a while." And then I pull up, I'm like, "He's a little bit bigger than Randy. I don't know who this guy is." But I mean, like I said, you're good. I'm just freezing, so
yeah.
I'm gonna go back and tell them so I can get back in my warm car.
All right, man. All right.
Thanks, sir.
All right, you have a good one, man.
I explained everything to him. I think it was just a miscommunication part. And I informed her because she said she asked who you were, and I was like, I mean, legally he doesn't have to. And I was like, knowing what he's doing, he's not going to. So, so I mean, it's cool. But because then she asked me, she's like, well, am I going to be on YouTube? And I said, I don't know what platform he uses, but I'm going to be honest, probably. And she's like, what if I don't want to be on video? I was like, you're in public right now. Your expectation of privacy, when you walk out your door at your house,
Exactly.
the windows are like this, almost nothing. So
I appreciate that. You knowing this shit, man, for real.
I
Well,
do.
it means a lot, man, for real.
So let me put it this way.
This is literally why we're doing it. You know what I
So
mean?
let me put
Especially for you guys.
Let me put it this way: is there is with the I don't want to call them all sovereign citizens because not all of them are sovereign citizens. Some people, and a lot of people, what they do is they gone on social media and see these people making these valid arguments for the traveling subject and that, and the other, and for some reason we weren't experiencing it for a long time, and then it was like last year, probably around the July mark, me and my partner, we stopped probably about 4 or 5 cars back to back, and it was the same thing every one.
We're talking about I'm traveling, not driving.
I'm traveling, and so finally on the last one, so my partner stopped a guy who had made turned a bicycle into basically a motorcycle. Or a moped. It was basically a moped.
Right.
He put a motor on it and was driving it on the sidewalk. You can't do that.
Right.
And so he pulls him over, and my partner's just like, hey man, I pulled you over because you're technically on a moped. It needs to be registered. It needs to be ABC, and you can't be riding it on the sidewalk. And he said, well, I'm traveling. And I was with him. And at this point, I turned around, I went back to my car, and I went down a hole for like a week of just Googling case law, statutes, and I can't remember them off the top of my head, honestly. I think I have them saved on my computer in there. And because the thing I've learned in this career is when it comes to dealing with people, especially in like that kind of stuff and in like what you guys are doing, as long as you know how to handle it, it's fine. And the traveling thing, some people go far and they start going into like the law of the land type stuff, and they start going in that. But if you read it, all federal case laws say at the end of the day, you have to abide by the state laws that you're in.
Right, yeah.
And
I get that 100%.
And
I hate it when I've heard a lot of people put us in that category of sovereign citizens.
Yeah, and I've heard that too, but it's completely different. You're just trying to prove to the people that you have constitutional rights and they can't be violated.
If anything, we're constitutional.
Yeah.
If anything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And so I have some case law on my computer. One of them, that guy on the moped was trying to argue to me. It was a case out of California, and it was, I don't remember off the top of my head. I think it was like, there was a name that started with an R in it, is all I know. Reeves or something like that. And it was kind of hinting at the whole you don't need a driver's license thing, but it was actually a case law about immigration and being a citizen of California. It had nothing to do with, like, you don't need a driver's license for quote-unquote traveling. It was very vague in what it was saying, but I kind of got a gist from it. But I've had that one used against me once, not in court, but just on the side of the road, and that was easy. But honestly, as long as officers, and I say this for all of us, as long as officers just do the time to look into and research stuff, it's not.
See, a lot of times I'm trying to bring that, people that say that, 90% of the time they won't bring it into court like that because they know.
Yeah.
In the back of their mind, they know the judge is going to shut them down quick.
Well, and this is something I've learned too, is usually when people are playing the I'm traveling card, is they're using it because they have something that they're doing something they shouldn't. Usually driving under suspension, driving without insurance, or driving in since the registration's messed up. Usually there's a reason that they say, oh, I'm traveling. And sometimes it's warrants. Most of the time what I've encountered is it's like driving under suspension.
Right.
And usually driving under suspension first and dude, just get your license fixed and I'll help you out. I mean, honestly, that's what I do. But I mean, it is what it is. But other than that, I mean, like I said, I hope you have a good day. You stay warm. It's too cold for me.
Yeah, man. Yeah. You stay safe out
You
there.
too. Send me that link. I want to look.
Yeah, I will do. It'll be no later than Saturday.
Saturday?
Yeah, what's today? Thursday,
It
right?
takes that long to send a link.
Well, I ain't going to have it uploaded. I got to edit
I don't
it.
need that. I'm not talking about that one. I'm talking about your other video.
Oh, yeah. All right. Yeah, I can do that.
Are you on YouTube?
Yeah.
What's your
Matter of fact, it's Auditing SC.
Auditing. One word?
Yeah, Auditing space SC.
Oh, space. Okay.
Be a picture of a fence saying
Freedom of the press?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, if you ever, I don't know, his personal life has changed a lot, but like I said, SC Free Press, he knows us very well. You can get in touch with him and see if there's anything y'all can do together. He's a good guy. I like him.
SC Free Press?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I'll look him up, man.
You have a good one, man.
I appreciate it, bro. Take it easy. All right. That's it. We're going to wait for him to take off, and then we're going to take off. That was a good encounter. Wasn't expecting that, to be honest with you, from the rumors I've heard from people saying about Woodruff Police Department. Yeah, he definitely made his department look good. Excellent. Tell us what you think.